If you've been diagnosing your spouse with everything you've learned on TikTok, but you haven't taken one real step to actually transform your marriage, then we need to talk, because the Psycho-Babble is killing your connection faster than the problem itself. Hi, I'm Negron, the marriage muscle coach, and I help ambitious, fed-up, midlife spouses transform their marriage from the inside out by becoming the strong, emotionally powerful leader their marriage needs. I don't teach fluff, I don't do wishful thinking, and I sure as heck don't sell you psychological jargon as a life raft while your marriage is sinking. Instead, I teach massive, strategic, result-driven action. That's the only thing that has ever saved a marriage in the history of marriage. So let's get into it. We need to talk about this obsession with pop psychology that is quietly destroying marriages. Narcissism, avoidant partners, trauma bonds, attachment theories, inner child wounds, love languages, high conflict personality types. Everywhere you turn, spouses are practically salivating over these labels and diagnosing their partner like they're preparing for a court case or something. He's definitely a narcissist. She's definitely avoidant. We're trauma bonded. It's our conflicting love languages, they'll say. And let me say this with love and precision. Labels do not save marriages. Leadership is what does. And here's the destructive truth. Modern spouses are drowning today in psycho-babble, but they're starving more than anything for actual action. Everybody wants a theory, but nobody wants responsibility. Everybody wants a diagnosis, but nobody wants discipline. Everybody wants a label, but nobody wants leadership. And that's why marriages are collapsing, because understanding a concept is not the same as transforming a marriage. You can know every psychological term ever written, but if you can't manage your own emotional reactions in the heat of conflict, your marriage stays stuck. You can memorize attachment styles, but if you keep shutting down, attacking, overreacting, or withdrawing, nothing changes. You can recite all the love languages, but if you don't build the emotional resilience to show up consistently, it's meaningless. Tools don't fix anything if you don't know how to pick them up. And here's the part nobody else will tell you. This psycho-babble is giving spouses a false sense of progress while their marriage quietly bleeds out. Because thinking about the problem feels like doing something, and talking about the problem feels like movement, and diagnosing the problem feels productive, but it produces nothing at all. Nothing changes, nothing improves. The marriage just keeps drifting further and further apart. What does produce results? One spouse deciding, one done thinking about it, and one ready to lead. That's where every turnaround starts. Not in theory, not in labels, not in personality types, and not in blame. It's in you, the spouse who's willing to rise first, the spouse who stops waiting for fairness or permission, the spouse who has the courage to say, this ends with me, and this change begins with me. I refuse to lose this marriage on my watch. That is real power. That is real leadership. That is real love. And it's the only formula that ever works. If you'd like my help, I strongly recommend that you join the Marriage Muscle Club, the only personal growth and empowerment hub created for the fed-up midlife spouse who's ready to step up and lead their marriage back to love. Start the free trial and take the 7-day action challenge. And, by the way, our next boot camp is starting very soon. The link to join is both in the description and in my bio. Thank you for listening. I'm Negron, the marriage muscle coach, and this is where strength begins. See you in the next video.